Welcome back to the Michigan Business Beat, brought to you on the Michigan Business Network. Chris Holman coming to you from our studios at the Capital Region International Airport in Lansing, Michigan. And we're going to kind of stay in the mid-Michigan area right now. We're going to spend a little time with Daniel Quinn, Ph.D., Dr. Quinn, Chief Strategy Officer, and now, congratulations, a partner with Public Policy Associates. Welcome to the show, Dan. Always good to see you.
Thank you. Thank you very much. It's nice to be back.
Dan, listen, as we are statewide, let's make sure everybody understands exactly what PPA is and what you guys do.
So we're a national research and evaluation firm, and we provide consulting services. I guess the short version of that is that we work with public policy to try and help, hone ideas to be able to make our clients have the information they need to make better decisions.
Okay, so let's talk about clients. Give me, I don't need a name, but give me kind of the profile of a client.
So we work across kind of four domains. So we work with education organizations across the state of Michigan, kind of really, I guess, discreetly working, recently in the child care sector. We work on justice reform here in the state of Michigan, workforce development, economic development, and then healthy communities. And that largely has been focused on food policy here in Michigan.
Gotcha. Okay. So a lot of your research brings up the question, should we be changing somewhere along the line legislation?
Yes. Yeah. A lot of this is looking at what other states are doing, trying to bring best practices back to Michigan, as well as helping people kind of identify, the potentials for growth for the state of Michigan.
Well, you guys have been around a long time and you do a great job, as a matter of fact. So what does the Chief Strategy Officer do?
So I'm largely responsible for, I guess, two of our pillars of our strategic plan. One is boosting our presence, both here in Michigan and then nationally. And the other is identifying strategic partners. One of the things that we really like to do, and I think amplifies our work, is working with people who are experts in their field and partnering with them to be able to kind of share our ideas on a larger scale.
So Dan, would this be a possibility that the Department of Education comes to you and says, you know what, our kids are not scoring as well as they are in some of the other states? Go find out what we can do about that.
Yes. So, we do best practice scans quite regularly to identify what other states are doing to try and bring those ideas back to Michigan. But also, one of the things that we hit on here is we try to identify barriers here in Michigan too. So things that we could do better, here in the state to be able to attract more talent to the state of Michigan, whether it's a better education system for the state or whether it's creating policies that are better for small businesses. And I think they go hand in hand as we think about those policies.
No, you're absolutely right. Hey, will your Chief Strategy Officer status or mission change at all now that you're a partner?
No, I guess one of the key things about becoming a partner is I now have kind of a stake in the game, a shareholder of the company. I've been very privileged to work alongside Rob Fowler, who is our majority owner. And the idea is that together the leadership team that we have at PPA can help drive our company forward. We've been in business for over 30 years, and I hope to continue that trend for another 30 years.
Yeah, and started by a former legislator, actually, Jeff Patton, old friend, and you guys have done some marvelous jobs. One of the things I've always loved about Rob is that he comes kind of from the other side. As the former director of Small Business Association of Michigan, he knows that for-profit sector, and so he brings a lot of that experience. What's your background?
My background has actually been in education. I was a teacher for 20 years, so my work is largely informed by the practices in the classroom. Trying to take those ideas and share them, and try and provide a pathway for people to become more successful. And I think it's a good kind of marriage with Rob and I, kind of as the public faces of PPA, identifying, kind of the both and atmosphere for Michigan. So.
Yeah, no, you're absolutely right. And if we need work anywhere, it's in education, because that's tomorrow's leaders. Let's go back real quickly over 23. What were some of the highlights there?
At PPA, I would say the highlight is that we completed an educator workforce report for the state of Michigan that looked at teacher shortages and educator shortages writ large, including bus drivers, custodians, superintendents, and really identified some of the barriers that have been kind of pinch points for the state, and then helped identify some pathways forward to be able to kind of grow and attract more talent into that sphere. Another one that is a big one for us, we've been working with the CDFI community here in Michigan, helping them share their data story with the state.
Okay, CDFI.
Sorry, Community Development Financial Institutions. They provide financing for underserved communities across the state.
Right.
Mission-driven organizations.
Well, and affordable housing runs in there
Yes.
somewhere. That is all important for our workforce in the next generation as well. Well, Dan, thanks so much for joining us. Daniel Quinn, he's PhD and the Chief Strategy Officer with Public Policy Associates in Lansing, Michigan. You guys keep up the good work. Give our best to Rob Fowler, would you?
All right. Thank you, Chris.
Thanks, Dan. You're watching the Michigan Business Beat on the Michigan Business Network. I'm Chris Holman.